without a fan. Right? It's hot as balls down here. If we need a fan, we need a fan. Can fan needs a fan, son. Raise that roof. We're bringing it right back. Crack them if you got them. Drink them if you have them.
Boys.
What up? We talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. We back.
That we're getting that on shirts. We're getting that on shirts, and we're gonna print them, and we're gonna sell them, and we're gonna make out with like fucking bandits. We back. Crack them if you got them, and fuck Steve Daly. Those are gonna be our. Those are gonna be our three shirts. Look at that jersey.
Like I would wear that jersey.
Would you wear a fuck Steve Daly?
Everywhere. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Oh, that would be good.
Is Steve starting his own Pittsburgh Steelers can fan pod with that outfit today?
I hope so.
Yeah.
You look pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Brand new jersey. Who's that?
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris, the Steelers' first overall pick this year.
Yep.
He's going to be pretty good. Getting a little off topic, but I think he's going to be pretty good.
I mean, he doesn't have a choice, really.
He's going to be put in.
Yeah.
And they're putting him in that point to go. But anyways, how's it going, Steve?
Good. Surviving the heat.
Surviving the heat. Bandwagon boys, how you guys doing?
Doing well.
Good as usual.
So, wow, it came in hot there.
We're a little off now. Like when we start talking about Pittsburgh Steelers.
Before you even get into these hot subjects, we need to tell the people where to follow us because if they're hearing this, they're obviously not following us already. Okay?
If they don't already know, they should. But if you're looking for the best Dallas Cowboys entertainment page on Instagram, go to @DallasCowboysCanFan.
That's right.
The I'd say fastest growing Instagram, which I'm not even lying. That's the truth. The numbers don't lie. And what about on YouTube there, AJ?
YouTube, we're getting closer, inching closer. So keep subscribing. Let me just actually pop over to the YouTube. You can follow us or find us at Dallas Cowboys Can Fan. Just Google that. We got lots of clips. The episode goes up each week. So if you like to
every Tuesday,
if you like to watch us. Instead of listen to us or watch and listen to us instead of just listen, this is where you go.
So we had a little bit of
check it out.
I just want to say I used to look forward to weekends being a working man, but now I look forward to Tuesdays.
Yeah, thank you. And have you even subbed to our page, Steve Daly?
I have.
Okay, good. So you are one of our 61. And as you can see, if you do check out the page, it is going up slowly, but it is going up.
Once we hit that honey, then we can actually make it a little bit easier. But we know you're gonna hunt it down.
So what do we got going on in Cowboys Nation? We got Bandwagon Boy 1 just fucking bull in the China shop, just taking shit out.
Jeez, that's okay.
We'll just wait till he sits down. He's fucking with my whole flow right now.
You know, sometimes when you're the number one DOT, director of technology.
And now I'm getting a fucking phone call? What is happening?
Going on? When you're the number one director of tech.
Just a sec, I gotta answer this. Tay, you're on the podcast. I'm hanging up. Just say I love you, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
I love you, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay, bye.
Whoa, nice. Hey.
She had the opportunity to say anything.
Yeah, get fucked.
Good.
Love you, baby. Love you, baby. Thanks for not suing me.
Cowboy stock.
Okay, what's happening?
All right. Let's just look at this. Hard Knocks, baby.
Huge news.
Hard Knocks, baby.
Huge news, not even for the Cowboys.
Baby.
Huge news for the Dallas Cowboys Can Fan podcast and entertainment channels. That couldn't be bigger for us.
We'll make the announcement right off the bat. What are we going to be doing now that Hard Knocks is?
We're gonna be doing a what would you even call it? A recap show?
After show.
It's going to be the start of a series that we'll be putting out. It's going to start with Hard Knocks, but we're just going to start recapping things and tentative. The name, Steve, maybe you give us your feedback right here, is Overtime. It just goes with
any sport.
Any sport.
Well, the Cowboys Can Fan presents Overtime with the bad boys,
with the bad boys of podcasting, the Bandwagon Boys.
Yeah, that works. I like it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
A little long.
Dallas Cowboys Can Fan extra knock.
Extra knock. Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, look at that.
I like it.
All right, well, we'll go back to the drawing board. But anyways, we're going to be reviewing each Hard Knocks episode.
Before you get into it, look at how good
Jerry looks
right there. Scroll down a little bit.
Why is he pointing at Sha'Carri Richardson?
He's like, she smoked marijuana.
I want her. She's available for a running back.
Get her out. Get her out of the Olympics.
She's smoking marijuana. He's a tattletale.
Is he? Oh, totally.
Jerry Jones, the fucking narc.
Is he a narc, you think?
Probably.
In that picture,
no.
he
I
looks.
mean, that's the finger of a narc.
He can't be a narc. If he was a narc, he wouldn't have had any players in
wouldn't
the
have a
90s.
football team. Yeah.
In the 90s, they were all
No.
fucking doing blow,
Fuck,
and
no.
like he wouldn't even have a team. He just loved it. He just didn't want anyone to find out about it.
But he does. Yeah, exactly. He does look like he's dressing up to fit in as a Dallas Cowboys fan, though.
Yeah, totally. He looks like a super grandpa fan or something.
Like his nephews bought him this hat and shirt for Christmas. Anyways, yeah. So third time in 13 years.
No.
Oh,
In
third
like
time.
in like 19 years.
Sorry, yeah. But it's the first time in 13 years.
Yes, so they were on it in 2002, which I didn't watch. 2008, which I did watch. That's when I was just getting huge on the Cowboy hype train, and then now 2021.
So are they now the most hard knock team?
I don't actually. I'm
Is
not
that-
too sure.
do we
They
know?
got to be up there. I was looking at a list earlier today of past people on the show. Like it showed every single year, and I think the Cowboys probably were one of the top teams. Which teams have been on Hard Knocks? History right there. Boom.
Where the
Although it's 2019. I'll just keep rambling while Alex goes for it.
Yeah,
so in
I'm
2008,
sorry.
it's
Don't let that
pretty
dead air
crazy.
get you.
So this is how long ago they were on Hard Knocks. It was like Tony Romo's second year as a starter. It was Terrell Owens was still on the team. Felix Jones was their first overall draft pick. I was just watching some clips of it, to tell you the truth. Ray Lewis's younger brother was trying out for the team, so he was one of the main like guys on the fringe. He was a running back.
The best Ray Lewis clip is when the NFL Films is following him and he's watching his younger brother play like high school football, and he's like, "Let's go, baby boy! Let's go, baby boy! Let's go, baby boy!" And he's like running down the field with them. It's the best.
Just barging people
Yeah,
out.
yeah, 100%. It's like literally the best. It's one of the best Ray Lewis
His
scenes.
brother never ended up panning out. He didn't find. I think he bounced around on a few practice squads. But yeah, 2008 was a great Hard Knocks season for the Cowboys. But it's kind of there's a lot of discussion on the Cowboys forums of if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because you go in with you watch the team now and you kind of get like this false hype. You know what I mean? Because you watch the team you get such a behind the scenes and they pump them up so much that you go in with such a whoa! I just noticed that picture of you guys as the Simpsons.
That's pretty good. Isn't it?
That's fucking hilarious, Ad. But it hypes them up so much that when you go into the season, it was kind of a letdown. I think
That's not something to shout about.
what's that?
Like, no, it's supposed to get you hyped.
I know, but
Like,
people are
no,
mad.
fuck Cowboys, fuck.
But people are mad because the last two times they went on, everybody was hyped for them to do good, and then they did
That's
bad.
not Hard Knocks' fault though.
No, it's
That's
not.
the team.
No, but they give you a product that's going to be. They try to make it better than it actually is.
Don't blame the producers of Hard Knocks
Disagree.
for doing their
Oh,
job.
I agree with you. I'm stoked that I love the fact that they're on Hard Knocks. I love it. Pump me fucking full of Cowboys hype all
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
day.
It literally could not have been written better for us to have the Cowboys be on Hard Knocks this season.
No, I love it. It's going to give us so much content. And then you look at this list, and it does look like the Cowboys have been.
Question:
yeah.
Why does it only do preseason and training camp and stuff? Like, why doesn't it
Well,
go
the whole
with them
show,
through-
the whole show is based off of people getting cut. They don't follow like they don't. You'll have the Zeke and Dak segments, but it's basically following the undrafted rookies, and then like the fifth and
So
sixth.
did
and seventh.
All or Nothing follow the whole
They
season?
did the whole season.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why I liked
Yeah.
All or Nothing a little bit more because it follows the whole year.
Yeah.
was
yeah.
All or
That's
Nothing.
the Amazon one, right?
That's
on
the
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Is that still going?
Well, they do
I
it
think
each
so.
Well,
year.
they just did a couple in the UK, like Manchester City and Spurs, and
They did them in New Zealand also when I was over there, and I had Amazon Prime. You could watch the All Blacks All or Nothing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. It's a great All or Nothing's a great series because, like we said, it does go through the whole season, but you've already known what happens in the season. Hard Knocks is great because you're basically watching it as training camp
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
on.
Yep.
So you get to see the inside battles that you get kind of an inside peek at what's happening before season, and you kind of get to learn about some guys' personalities that really aren't in the spotlight. So you kind of get like these. It's kind of like a reality TV show where you have a favorite guy and then he gets cut or voted off. It feels like.
Well,
It
I
kind
mean,
of feels like a piece of you.
no rose for you.
Yeah, right. That's what it feels like, though.
It's literally why, like for like let's say the UFC, when they did the Ultimate Fighter, which is essentially like a Hard Knocks. It's
Yep.
literally what put UFC
It's
on the map.
Harder knocks and hard knocks.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, it's knockout knocks.
But that being said, when I get really, I'm the same way as you. I get invested in somebody, and then I start drafting them in my fantasy, and then they never.
Yeah, watch ads.
Fucking-
Ads gonna be drafting like
3/4 of my team this
six-
year are going to be the
six-
Cowboys.
Yeah, and they're
Hands
gonna be
down.
like the sixth
Well,
wide
your,
receiver.
your mistake
Yeah.
was watching the New York Jets Hard Knocks.
I remember watching
I'm gonna
that.
draft the Jets.
You know
Well,
what? That was actually the
I'll-
New York Jets one was actually really good, and it was when they were still half decent. Like it was like in their prime.
wasn't Rex one of the coaches?
Yeah,
on
and
it?
he was awesome in
that,
it.
That's why. Yeah.
Rex Ryan was awesome in Hard Knocks.
When we look at this list here, though, I think only the Baltimore Ravens were the ones who actually went to the Super Bowl 2001.
They did. No, they won the year before, so that's probably why they were on it the following year.
Hard Knocks has been around for that long, eh?
I'm pretty sure they won this the year before.
Yeah, fresh off their victory.
Yeah, so it's probably why the inception of Hard Knocks happened because you had so much hype around this Baltimore team, and then the Cowboys are always a
We're
safe pick.
talking about the fucking Ravens.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what though?
That
Yeah.
was it was just that was the
I
only
would watch
good
it-
time to talk about it was when Ray Lewis like that.
Yeah, well, because
I
he
would
was
watch.
coming-
I would watch. I would love to see a Hard Knocks with who's the quarterback for the Ravens right now?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Jackson.
Like,
So
I
look,
would
it
love
went
to see
away.
him.
It went.
You just want to
0-2.
watch him miss 70% of his throws.
For sure, 100%. But
do
but
running drills,
but land 100% of his runs.
right? So it went away. It was 01, 02, and then it went away for 5 years. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Probably
that.
lost the deal. You know?
Kansas City, and then I watched the 2008 one. It was good. To and Romo and Witten. I enjoyed it, and I'm
The
really
Bengals was
pumped.
great. The Bengals was great mainly because of Chad Johnson.
Since
And when
2012.
he shows up and everybody's at like practice and he comes in with like McDonald's and he starts to sit down because he's like, everybody's eating all this stuff. I eat McDonald's every morning before practice. Every morning before
There's
practice.
definitely great sound bites coming from it, but it kind of segues us into our next conversation of the biggest camp battles going on in at Cowboys training camp, and there's going to be. I mean, every training camp has huge. Yeah, crack 'em
Crack 'em.
if you got 'em.
Sponsored by PBR Cool Blue Raz here all week, every week on Dallas Cowboys Can Fan.
Now that's cold.
Imagine we did eventually get that sponsor.
Yeah, but you gotta hold it up. Hold it up. You gotta hold it up. Cool Blue Raz from American staple PBR. Oh, wait.
Holy shit! Everyone's drinking them.
Hold it down. Hold it. There you go. Oh, get your 6-pack this summer. Cool yourself down with Cool Blue Raz.
Did you bring
So
the cool blue Raz?
So anyone that was listening now isn't.
Holy
Sorry for that unpaid fucking
Holy shit.
commercial we just put you through.
I can't wait for a comment saying, "Man, I used to love the Can Fan before they totally sold out to all these beer sponsors."
Yeah, the shittiest thing is we haven't even sold out yet. We're just
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it for fun.
Now it's like now they just get drunk and
Just do
and
commercials.
Sponsored
What do you
reads?
think we were doing before?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Okay, yeah. So biggest position battles for the Cowboys.
Lots of them. So any teams, obviously, you're gonna have every position's technically a battle, but like, who would you guys say is not a battle? Obviously, Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
Are
there's,
you having a seizure over?
I was trying not to burp in the fucking in the mic.
there's the argument that running back is locked down as well.
Running backs locked down. I'd say
I'd say-
your top three wide receiver positions are like locked in.
Although, if I
Okay,
may,
hang on.
Oh, but who's number 2 and who's number 3?
That's the thing. That's a
if
little
I
bit.
may,
Sorry, and I was just gonna say, preface the fact that to those people who maybe not following because of all of our reads, we're talking about battles of people who are possibly getting cut.
What?
Right? Is that what you're
no.
talking about?
Yeah. This is
We're just saying-
the biggest position battles.
Right.
Where there's going to be some battling for the position.
Yeah, but and we're going through it now, saying who isn't or who's safe, basically.
I would.
Yeah.
Dak safe, Zeke safe, your
Cooper
top
safe.
Cooper,
CD.
CD, and Gallup, they're all safe. But like you said, who's going
the
to
second
get?
coming? Micah Parsons, he's safe.
Well, no, but there's still the question: is he going to start? You don't know if he's going to start.
gonna start.
You don't know that though.
He's gonna start.
So this is what we're talking about. This is why we're discussing camp battles. So
BW
linebacker is going to be one of the top camp battles. You have two guys that made All Pros, two guys that have made multiple Pro Bowls, and now you have two new linebackers that got drafted. So that is going to be a camp battle. It's not just you're our number 12th pick, you're getting to start. He's going to have to prove himself in preseason and in training camp, which is going to be showcased in Hard Knocks, which is I'm really excited for. This is that whole discussion.
But that's what you want.
This is a question for bandwagon boy number 2. Does it turn you on when Anth starts to just rattle off stats like that?
It wasn't even a stat.
I like hearing
Or facts. Sorry,
It gets my brain
Spitting
going.
facts. He was spitting
When he
facts.
felt like I
spits
was
facts.
rapping.
It gets my brain going. I think that that position of linebacker is the one. I think that's the one where you can still have the starters, but the more depth, because you can be pulling players off to give them a quick rest and then keep that motor going. So if you do have a really strong depth like the Cowboys do, they might. I agree with Adam. I think Parsons is going to end up as a starter, but I don't know that means like like the other guys are now not going to play. Like I think there'll be a high, and I actually have no idea how Dan Quinn does his D, but I think if
Does his
He
D.
probably
You got that.
listens it. He watches,
but if
pulls
you
back his foreskin. I mean, who knows if he's circumcised or uncircumcised? We have no idea.
Clockwise and counterclockwise at the same time.
yeah.
So we totally fucked him up there. Alex was going on a nice.
Okay, back to how does Dan
Like a pepper grinder.
How does Dan Quinn handle his D?
Yeah, I just think that the defense will, or that the linebackers. It's good to have that problem.
Oh,
with that-
totally.
with-
The Cowboys in recent seasons have had huge depth issues. Really at linebacker, so it's nice that this year they're not going to have an issue with that.
So hopefully, what you're saying is hopefully Dan Quinn can handle his D so that the Cowboys
depth.
don't worry about the depth.
Yeah, that's where we went.
I
with
know
that.
he can handle it, and I also think DB. It's not as promising, but it's going to be competitive.
Well, there's a lot of question marks with our defensive backs, especially corner. You got our top corner. He's only in his second year. And then right now they're looking at someone fighting for this other corner spot is a rookie. So it's going to be kind of trial under fire with all of our cornerbacks. You have Anthony Brown, who's been with the Cowboys for 6 years. He's a possible, might be a pick at corner, but he's going to be challenged by a few of the rookies. So that's going to be another, I think your two hugest battles are going to be cornerback and linebacker, which is awesome. That's what you want, right? Yeah. Positions that you were weak at last year, you want your biggest battles there.
Hey, look, this is not what you want to see.
What? Oh, I believe it. See, they gotta go with that. They sucked last year and they got rid of a couple players and they have a lot of rookies. They're gonna say that, but that could be a good thing too, though, right? A lot of unknowns, a good thing.
Yeah. I'd rather have a bunch of unknowns and be 32nd than a bunch of knowns and be like 25th.
I
mean, for sure.
I mean, in their defense, they spent a lot of time on the field last year.
Yeah, they did. Their whole defense, you got to feel bad for them last year. It was just like they were just punching bags. I wouldn't mind the Cowboys going out and maybe signing a veteran cornerback. Richard Sherman's still out there. I mean, he's been a little bit critical of Jerry Jones in the past, so I don't know if he gets brought on. But there was some rumors about him getting brought to the Cowboys, which I don't know if I'd really want Richard Sherman per se, but maybe just a veteran to come in and challenge the young guys a little bit more. Because right now, corner is a huge fucking question mark.
Okay, so the biggest thing is you wouldn't want a Sherman to come in if you feel like he's gonna fuck with the team dynamics. But if you're looking for what type of on-field contribution he can do to help, like you said, edge up those rookies, then he's a big bonus. But again, definitely when you look at the Cowboys and getting someone like Micah and some of the and Dak coming in and Zeke even putting in all the effort in preseason and or not preseason but OTAs, you don't want someone else to come in and get signed to fuck with that vibe, right?
No, you like you said, you hit it pretty good with. You want to bring a guy in that's going to help coach him up, but not
like a Rodney Harrison on the Patriots, right?
Yeah, but I mean that's like a fucking gem, finding a gem.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
they ain't gonna find that this late in the game.
A needle
I
in a
heard
haystack.
that Richard Sherman was a Rodney Harrison, but with longer hair and possibly dreadlocks.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
That? I was
No,
gonna say,
I'm joking.
fuck. Have you ever watched Rodney Harrison highlights? That guy was a fucking tank. Man.
Also,
I
it's
joke.
definitely dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Is it dreadlocks?
He has dreadlocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know why I
dreadlocks.
said longer hair and possibly dreadlocks. It's for sure. Yeah, you're right.
I've seen him.
Can we fact check that for a second, though?
You're fact checking if Richard Sherman has dreadlocks.
No, not at all.
Did you watch the NFL? The last
I'm
10
joking.
years?
The other thing I think for for a bandwagon boy specifically, and this is a selfish thing, the Hard Knocks, I feel it's just going to allow me to take my rite of passage through becoming a true Cowboy fan.
You got in before Hard Knocks, and I think that's means that we're not necessarily like there's newer bandwagon boys now.
Yeah.
There will be. You're right.
And for anybody out there who's just tuning in and you're feeling bad about possibly being a bandwagon boy, we got you.
Come aboard.
Come on board.
You don't really have to
happy
feel
have
bad,
you.
just more embarrassed. Just kidding. We take
And guess
everybody
what?
with open arms.
Yeah. Unlike
Everybody with
just
open
be
arms.
prepared for many years of
Hey,
disappointment.
hey, you know what though? The greatest thing is the start of every year we're Super Bowl winners. So that's the good thing. Right now we're 2021 Super Bowl champions.
With 31 other teams.
Yeah, right. That's the best part about this time of year.
Oh yeah.
In my brain, the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl this year. And when are we putting our money where our mouths at,
We have
bitches?
just- oh.
When are we
I said
throwing?
the last time I was on, I said I would put a bet on the Cowboys, and I will.
This is what we're doing next time. Stadaley's on.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking live stream it or do whatever we're doing right now. It's not a live stream. We're all gonna put our fucking crisp hundies down, which is about what $73 American, and we're gonna fucking bet on the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl.
Well, I feel like we should actually bet 100 American.
I think it's like $81 now.
Is it up
it's
to
going
that?
back up. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
fuck yeah,
It's back up now?
to the
It's
80s.
getting there. It's not one for one, but
Imagine
Guess
it was
who's
one
going
for
on
one.
Amazon.com?
is it going to be great when it's 1-1? You go down like fucking
In November,
King Dick.
in November,
Go
when
down
we're
the
going
States,
down.
King Dick, because you got 1-1. Yes.
Oh, it's so nice.
If in November when we do our great Cowboys Can Fan road trip and it's 1-1, I will.
I'm gonna buy I can't say hookers and blow because Tay listens to this.
Too late.
I'm gonna buy so much pop and
You're gonna buy Jolt Cola.
Ugh.
Here's another fun fact. Do you think that they're gonna have our cool blue Raz
Oh, yeah.
down there?
I think
Probably.
so.
Well, it's PBR,
I think so.
so
They
yeah.
will.
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
In a 99 can case.
So they're right now they're plus 3,000. So their odds have actually went. Would that be up? I guess up on down technically because they have since the last time we looked, they're less likely to win the Super Bowl.
How are the Patriots rated higher than
Probably just over coach.
Cowboys?
Probably just purely on coach.
Yeah, but
I would definitely take the Cowboys bet over a lot of those teams. We got to get this while it's hot, boys. This is a good bet right now.
It's a
I
good
think
bet.
the Titans should be higher. Chargers. I don't know why the Chargers are there.
What's this? 100 wins you 3K.
$3,000, yeah. That's pretty much a Super Bowl. So that's a Super Bowl ticket.
Yeah. And
For what, next season? You're
No.
gonna cash it for next season.
This is what I've already told you.
This
If
is
you
gonna-
bet the $100 and they make the Super Bowl, you pony up, you go to the Super Bowl, and then you're basically just fucking praying that they win because then it's free.
Okay.
Steelers at 4.
Okay, so question for you, Anth.
What's that?
When the Cowboys make the Super Bowl in 2021, how much are you willing to spend to go to it?
Whatever the cheapest ticket is. I don't know. I think it's
Like, would you
it's like $4,000.
like if
Whatever
they
the cheapest
if
ticket
they
is.
make it this year, are you gonna go?
I always think it this way, though. This is how I always think about it. If the Cowboys actually make a run, right, they're going to have to be in an NFC championship game. I almost wonder if I go to the NFC championship game, which will be substantially cheaper than the Super Bowl, have a, just as good a time. And then if they're in the Super Bowl, sweet. You could probably have a better trip going to the NFC championship game.
Explain to me how it works because
Where is
in
Super Bowl this year?
soccer, the
Footy. You can call it footy.
all
You can
right,
call it
in
footy.
football, the tickets go to members of the club.
Same thing.
It's the same
and
thing.
You have to buy. You have a season ticket. They
Yep.
get first dibs.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
So you're
X amount-
scalping it basically.
So this is another thing I do every year that I've never really told many people about. You can enter a draw to get face value Super Bowl tickets. So you basically can sign up to be on a list to have your name drawn.
And that's an NFL thing.
It's an NFL thing, and your odds of getting it are basically zero. But it's like winning a nice little lottery because you end up paying $450, and if you don't go,
You got to be in it to win it.
you sell the ticket for 10 times what it's worth. So I always enter, but I've never got it because everyone does. But
how
yeah,
many people?
it goes. Team gets X amount. Season ticket holders get X amount. Then it's all just secondary
You know
market.
what's annoying is like when you have like I guess Super Bowl's the same, but like Champions League final, World Cup final, X amount of tickets for this team, X amount of tickets for this team, and then the majority is for suits.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
100%.
So annoying.
That's the one game that it will be like that, right? And then
Well-
that's what affects the you get supply and demand, and you just get shot through the fucking roof with these ticket prices.
And Alex just was bringing it up. It's in L.A. this year, right?
Yep.
Ooh,
SoFi,
SoFi.
baby.
So it's going to be, it's talking about Suits or anybody. Like, it's going to be everybody. No one has to travel
Hey, look,
anywhere.
as a part-
That's in.
Yeah, and as a part business owner of SoFi, being an investor in the SoFi stock.
Nice. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
Nice.
happy that we got this opportunity to bring.
Oh,
the
so
Super
you're
Bowl.
getting us tickets then?
Well, I mean, I'll talk to the team. I mean,
At the next shareholders meeting, just
there's
can you say something?
there's 60 billion owners.
Yeah, right. That's the shitty thing with a place like LA. Yeah, everybody that has money in LA is gonna go because it's an event.
I bet you stat-wise, the tickets are probably 5 times as expensive as anywhere else.
You think so?
I bet.
5 times more expensive than the 5 times they already are. for
Yeah.
somewhere
No, I
else.
know, but so
Yeah.
like, let's say if you're spending,
$4,000.
10 times the face value or whatever it is.
Then you're spending 50 times the face value
Yeah.
in LA. Yeah.
I have a buddy that went, and I think his whole trip ended up being like, I think it was like 10K ended up spending.
Well, I mean, if you're
Damn.
buying scalp tickets off someone, you're definitely spending a lot. But if you are one of those season ticket holders and your team makes it in, tickets are like $500.
Yeah, but-
it's cheap.
Excuse me. How do they
Got it on camera.
How do they choose that though? Like,
don't know,
does
it-
every season ticket holder
No,
get
no,
it,
no,
or you
no.
have to be in like
No,
the,
it's like a lot. It's like a lottery. I
No,
think it's
think how many season ticket holders there are. And like I say, what does SoFi hold? 80,000, 100,000?
They'll probably have more with the Super Bowl.
Say it's 80,000.
Yeah, say
Okay, you
80,000.
know what?
Okay,
Can you?
so 25,000 for this team, 25,000 for this team, and 30,000 for media, suits. That's
Right.
how it'll work.
expanded to 100,000 for the Super
Still,
Bowl.
Okay.
still though,
You're still gonna have less than half.
Yeah.
As your
actual fans.
probably less than like a third, even less than
How
a third.
sick would that be to be that guy that gets picked for a $500 ticket to go to the Super Bowl though? If you're that fan of that team, that'd be pretty fucking epic.
Yeah,
Yeah, you would feel like you won the lottery, and I bet you people are like, this is the best thing. I don't ever need to win the lottery.
So this is kind of where I'm stuck on the fence about it though. Like if the Cowboys made the NFC Championship, the year that the Des Bryant catch happened, I was working in Alberta, I had some money in the bank.
Wait, it wasn't a catch.
I know the non catch make me fucking want to kill myself just talking about it. That year, I told myself if they made it to the next round or to the NFC Championship, I was going to go, and I think it was going to be against Seattle. I'm pretty sure it was going to be against Seattle. If they won, they were going to travel to go against Seattle.
Was the one that I went to? Was that not the NFC Championship when they were against the Eagles?
No, that was like just mid-season. They haven't been in an
No, that was-
NFC East.
sorry, not
champion-
an- but-
NFC Championship game for fucking 20-something years. Since the last time they were in a Super Bowl.
Jeez, stop talking yourself up, Adam. We know where you went. Jeez.
Yeah, you're just at a fucking preseason or regular season.
No,
game,
no,
bro.
no. It was like right at the end of the season.
So not the championship.
No, it wasn't the
Yeah,
championship.
season
sorry, it
was
wasn't.
done
Sorry. I didn't mean the championship, but it was an important game. I'm just gonna say that it's an important game.
Huge game.
I just need to tell you that, Anth.
I
Again,
love it. I love that you were there.
Do you say that every time? Because last
I
time
try
I was
to.
on,
I think
it
it's
was like-
every time you're on it.
Last time I was on it, which was like I don't know 4 weeks ago.
I think it's only when
you were
you're on.
talking about it. Like, is this?
because
I
here
mean, I should know because I watch every episode from
Yeah,
front to
right?
back. Right?
Bullshit. What did I say last week?
The same fucking thing.
I didn't say it last week.
No, I think it's just been when Stadaley's been on.
There's something about him that I just want to just tell him, just remind him that I was there.
It's just a minor flex.
So what do we got going on? Who do you guys think? Do you guys even have an idea of who you think could be surprise cuts for the Cowboys?
No.
Dak.
I think
That would be a fucking surprise, eh?
I have one idea because I read this article.
Who do you got? Jalen Smith,
Gallup.
Gallup,
What?
like cut? No, traded.
Michael
maybe.
Gallup wants to remain with the Cowboys, but can he?
Okay, so that's not. He won't get cut. He'll get traded.
Okay, yes.
There's just no
Sure.
fucking way they will cut Michael Gallup. Not a fucking chance.
So there's the answer for who's number 2 and number 3. CD's 2 and Gallup's 3, right?
Yeah,
if
well,
that's who's
but
getting traded.
this is the thing with the before we get into the cuts with those three wide receivers, they kind of play a rotation, right? So I mean, obviously it was CD's first year last year, so maybe in his second year in his sophomore season here, maybe he does take more playing time from Gallup. But Gallup's no one to be scoffed at, man. Like his rookie season and even in his second year, if Dak hit a couple of those long passes to him, the guy would have had like 1,500 yards, man. So
No, I like
Michael
him.
Gallup's is it,
Yep.
and I think it's a really a fucking tight. I'm trying to think of a word for
Core.
it. No, not a tight core. It's a very small. like error of who's
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
3, 1, right? I think Amari's 1.
Yes.
Like Amari's number 1, but then between CD and Gallup, it's maybe CD. I
Now-
hope CD comes out and becomes the number 2, right? Because that means he's fucking killing
Is
it.
Amari number 1 because of his natural traits? Like what? Okay, so what is your number 1 supposed to do? He's supposed to be. He's not necessarily the fastest, right?
Amari Cooper's a great possession receiver, and he has great route running and he can run any route and he can do it really well. He's just, if you're looking for someone to throw to and have a one-on-one matchup, if you needed to pick one guy to burn a guy one-on-one, Amari Cooper is going to be the guy to burn that guy.
And what's CD Lamb and Gallup strength?
CD Lamb's he's a fucking take.
He's an athlete.
CD Lamb's a great slot. Like a lot of his big plays last year were from the slot.
Yep.
So, and there's some knock on some guy. He's a smaller wide receiver. Like CD's not imposing at all. Like he's not huge. He's not like a TO or someone. So he's great in the slot, and he can bust out with his speed. And then Michael Gallup's to take the top off.
So CD's yards after tackle, is that?
He's pretty good. He's
good?
pretty good. I mean, for a smaller guy, he's kind of like a who would he be like?
CD?
Steve Smith.
Yeah, like he's a bit bigger than Steve Smith, but similar. Like not as fucking crazy. Steve Smith was crazy. Like kind of like a Marvin Harrison. You know, kind of smaller, but great hands.
Like
and
forgettable.
Marvin Harrison, really forgettable?
Yeah, CD's
guess
only
if you
6
talk-
foot. 6 foot 220.
Yeah, he's not.
Like
he's
I
not a
mean,
big
look
dude.
at put it this way: unless you're a Colts fan, you're like Marvin Harrison. Like you kind of forget about him.
He gets named top 5 receiver probably ever.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, Marvin Harrison, fucking right. He
Top
has
5, top
I-
5. You think though?
I would say, Marvin Harrison.
Do you think
top 5.
now? Do you think that there could be a thing to say? Would Marvin Harrison be as good as he was unless he didn't have someone like Peyton throwing to him?
You never know that. I mean, yeah, you could argue it, but you can't really come up with an
but
answer.
you can't argue
Do they
as
only
to
have,
the fact who is throwing to him, because
right,
they can't
of course.
control that.
Yeah, of course.
No, exactly.
Do you think that did Harrison only ever play with?
Yep, with Peyton. But then you could also say I guess Peyton did with other receivers too. But I was gonna say you could say the same thing. But
you
Peyton
said that
did
he
do
was-
it with multiple receivers.
You said he was a top 5 all time.
Yeah, I'd stay by that.
Can you fact check
Marvin Harrison?
that? Yeah.
Dude,
Absolutely.
do all-time wide receivers.
When I think of Marvin Harrison, no offense to Marvin Harrison, this is what I think of. Oh, Marvin Harrison. Okay. There was no flash to him. So yes, of course, great wide receiver. But when I think of
Just
like
click this-
when I
this
think of the
top
wide
one there.
receiver position, I always think of someone that's going to be outspoken, flashy. They're the person that's always asking for the ball. He was like, I felt like he was like a
Steve Smith.
working
Heinz Ward. Yes.
Yeah, Heinz Ward's a fucking.
Yep.
Oh,
there it is,
15.
15.
Number
so let's
15.
let's see top 5. Michael Irvin. Yeah, boy.
Okay, hang on. Go back up.
Mike Irv. James Lofton. Keep going down.
Okay.
Charlie Joyner.
They're gonna have.
Come on.
They're gonna,
Come on. You can't take guys from the
they're gonna
70s.
say, yeah, it's not. It's
Art
not.
Monk. I mean, that's true, but
Chris Carter. That's a good
Okay,
pick.
Chris Carter is good for
Randy
8. Randy
Moss.
Moss.
Randy Moss.
7 though.
7th?
That's
Yeah,
fucked.
that's
pretty
who's
crazy.
well, Jerry Rice is number 1. That's
T.O., baby.
Okay.
Terrell.
baby.
And he's wearing. Hey, guess what he's wearing? Look what he's wearing there.
Cowboy Nation.
Look what he's wearing, baby.
That looks nice.
Cowboy Nation.
Probably
Fitzy.
one of them.
Fitz.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald's.
Oh yeah,
the
Fitz.
only
Above
one still
T.O.
playing
though?
so far.
Yeah. Look how many yards he's ran.
Don
I hate
Houston.
this shit.
Fuck
I hate
you,
this
Don.
shit.
From 1935.
on.
I know. I hate this shit.
In 1935, the fourth best wide receiver.
Wait, was that? Oh, okay. No. Okay.
I
I
mean,
misread it. I thought it was like one season, 99
on.
touchdowns.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Calvin
yeah.
Johnson. Yeah, CJ.
he was a beast.
Megatron. Give him his right name.
But
Largent,
Steve
okay.
Largent is number 2. Like this over Randy Moss. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Who's number one? Who's number one?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Hang on, say it again to the camera.
I mean, Largent over fucking Randy Moss. Get fucked. That just makes zero sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so I met
Randy Moss was arguably, some people could put him up against, like Jerry Rice is obviously 1A, and Randy Moss could be 1B.
Yeah.
So a quick Jerry Rice story. I was filming for
Did
a
you
client.
say quick?
A quick, yeah. I was filming for a client, and we were at this big break golf tournament in Georgia, and the guy that we were there with for this golf shirt, his name was Isaac Sasquatch Sanchez, and on the TV series Big Break, it's like a golf reality show. He was paired with Jerry Rice, so they're friends. They like Jerry Rice is like a
Like it was a celebrity.
He's a
golf.
So this was so Isaac was exactly. You had a bunch of golfers, then you had celebrity golfers that were on the show, and Isaac Sasquatch Sanchez and Jerry Rice's team won the show. So they're like boys. So we were down there, and I was telling Isaac like, oh yeah, I mean, like, so I have footage of like filming Jerry Rice playing golf, and Isaac was like his caddy for this golf tournament. And at one of the lunches, like Isaac brought me in, and I sat at the same table and I ate lunch with Jerry Rice.
Did you actually talk to Jerry Rice, or did you act like a little bitch?
Oh, I acted like a little bitch.
Did you eat rice?
I did not eat. Actually, you know what?
Just a bowl of fucking rice, just staring at him as
Ben
he
and
eat
Jerry's.
Yeah, funny fact. I don't even think I looked at him. I tried to play it cool, and I think we had to sit at the table.
And he probably thought, "Who's this ignorant fuck over here? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?"
I'm Jerry Rice, motherfucker.
Definitely a lot smaller in real life.
Yeah, he was never a big dude.
And he was like he's anywhere he'd walk, he just like signs autographs.
You should have asked. You should have asked him if he still thought he could fucking beat you 1-on-1.
Oh,
You should have asked him
100%.
how he thought about just beating out Steve Largent.
Yeah.
That's the number one receiver in all of NFL ever.
Hey, by a fraction of a percentage, you beat out Steve Largent. What do you think about that?
We're taking this list with a grain of rice, because Steve Largent, no one's fucking book is top 5. Marvin Harrison's better than Steve Largent. Change my mind.
Well, I mean, Marvin Harrison's 15, so I think there's a couple other. Chris Carter's better. So look,
You'd be surprised.
Okay, go back to that
some
list.
people's
Take out the shit mix of the people that are
I
on
could
there.
argue that Marvin Harrison's better than Chris Carter.
Yeah, that's your personal opinion. But take
Exactly.
out those oldies.
beauty of it.
Take out those oldies. Can't have any. So Calvin Johnson.
So
Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson.
Done. Yeah, I'll say top 5.
And then we have
Larry
Larry Fitz.
I don't know if I say Fitz.
T.O.
I don't know if
and Randy
T.O.
Moss. So there you go. Like, okay, so take T.O. out.
I don't know if Larry Fitzgerald's better
Okay,
than
so
Marvin Harrison.
So take out.
Yeah, so if you just keep taking players out until
It's a top one.
But I was
Jerry
saying,
Rice.
I was saying you're taking out there's a bunch of players before Marvin.
So
Snooze
let's go.
Fest
So
Harrison,
let's get out of this fucking
before
random.
Marvin Snooze Fest Harrison.
Let's get rid of this and go to the pro football. Like, let's see the stats. Let's see where he is in the stats.
Okay, so these are the NFL leaders, straight up.
So he's number 9 for yards.
Yes.
Great. So still not
So
top
let's
5.
let's see TDs.
Still not top 5.
I've never wanted to throw.
Are you guys
beer at
arguing
more.
about? Are you guys arguing about? Is this why we can't get off of this? It's because you.
For those of you at home listening right now,
Why are we talking about Marvin
For those
Harrison?
of the,
he had a great.
I said he's a great
Number 5,
wide receiver.
bitch.
For what?
For touchdowns,
He had a great. He has a couple
It's still-
receiving records.
bitch.
It's still not what. It's
And
still
then-
not what you're
and then,
saying it was.
So where's all these top 5 wide receivers that have been
Don Hudson or whatever right there.
touchdowned by a fucking tight end?
Don Hudson right there, 11.
Because Antonio Gates is at number 7.
Oh, that sucks, eh? And Gonzalez,
Yeah.
1, 2.
I would almost argue that
Go catches. I want to see catches.
Gronk is a better wide receiver than Harrison.
Yeah, but that's just because you're not a real football fan.
Oh.
Marvin Harrison,
Hey,
number 5 for
touche.
catches.
Touche.
So Marvin Harrison, he's been top 5
Tony
for.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, and they're not even
Jason
wide receivers.
Witten.
They're not even receivers. So Marvin Harrison in receivers is a 3rd for most catches, 5th for most touchdowns, and 9th for most yards.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Very arguable top
But
5.
Steve Largent is 13 places better.
I only take my lists from top 10 sports websites.
YouTube?
And
Just the comment section.
I only listen to other podcasters who give
I
their
don't
top
listen
5.
to anyone. I have my opinion and fuck the rest of you.
I like it. I like that opinion.
Okay, what do we got next?
okay, well, Dak has a little Christmas message for everyone. He says it's going to be a very
A Christmas message in July.
It's going to be a very special year. I don't know why he's speaking like.
Scroll down though, and look at how fucking tight that hat is.
That is a sweet hat.
What's he pointing at?
Is he a sailor?
He's saying, "I'm number 1, baby.
We're all the way. We only
Cowboys
go up.
number 1 this year, baby.
We
Up."
only go up this year.
If the Dallas Cowboys had a game today, Dak Prescott would take the field as starter. Well, no fucking shit. Like, that's how you started your article off? Well, no shit.
Okay, how does
Controversial first line.
Right.
Done.
So what is he?
Now-
I didn't even read the article.
Okay,
Why
so-
is he saying it's going to be a special year?
He just says improvement.
Fun fact: Alex didn't read the article.
Improvement. A lot of improvement, obviously, from last year to this year. But deeper than that. From those first 5 games.
So he's on the hype train too, which you're going to be. This is the best time of the year right now because you can be fucking hyped up.
Exactly. Just like that.
Just like your parents
Just
said, you
like
can
that
be whatever you want to be.
Stupid ass. I don't know if I'm on our YouTube. There was this like dude who wrote all respect to the comments, but don't write a novel because I don't have time to
The
read
dude that was talking about the NFC East post,
Yeah,
he
it's
literally
like-
wrote a fucking novel. Hey,
like-
keep writing novels.
Keep writing novels.
I didn't read all of
but
it.
the arguments amounted to being like, okay, our team is better this year. It's like you haven't even had a real practice yet, and you just kept
was talking
reiterating
about the
like,
Eagles.
yeah, talking about the Eagles, like. It's a better team. We now don't have Carson Wentz or Doug Pete. Like, our team is better.
There was a wall of text about this big.
Oh, bring it
Bro,
up!
this
Bring
guy-
it! Bring it
what was
up!
that- what was
Bring
that?
it up!
Yeah.
On
Bring
our
it the
YouTube.
fuck up!
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it.
Some guy just, and I tried to, I would kind of just skim read it and then kind of reply to him, and then you'd come.
I think I did see it, but I have a terabyte download limit
Right?
on my Wi-Fi.
Here we go.
Wait, look at this.
Abe Lincoln from Abraham Lincoln here.
Look at this. And then keep,
Oh my goodness!
but then hit the view
Jesus
5
Christ.
replies.
Hang on. So it's like the Skins is overrated and the boys don't have a D. The 2021 Eagles are not Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz's Eagles. The 2021 Eagles ... is actually better in every way to the 2017 Eagles that won the Super Bowl. I mean, it's just all hyperbole, and this is that. But what I'm not actually I brought it up just to shit on it a little because fuck the Eagles, but also
Yeah, fuck
just
'em.
to say like this is the time of year
their
where you
butts.
can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it's like
But don't write a
acceptable.
fucking notebook.
But don't write a novel because I don't
click,
have time
click,
for this.
Yeah, click this, and it wasn't the first one. He just
Sorry,
he
that
just
wa-
kept going.
that
Look
was
at our
me,
our response are like 2 lines, and then the guy just fucking keeps going. Look at
To
this.
reiterate,
Holy shit!
chapter 2.
Chapter. That's chapter 2,
Did he
3,
write
4,
chapter-
and 6.
Did he write chapter 2?
3.
Holy shit! Okay, question.
Again,
do you,
and
do,
he just
do you
keep-
think he's a serial YouTube commenter?
Check out my-
where
check
he
out
just
my reply.
Where he just trolls. he just.
Fair enough. I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at this last line at the end, though. Nope. As a Dak Prescott fan, so all of this, and he's a fucking Prescott fan. I'm happy with the Jalen pick. Well, you know what? Be happy with it because it was a shit pick, and
Okay, you know what? Okay, 2 things. Okay, for one, do we have what's this guy's name?
Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
From the dead.
We don't need to.
So Abe Lincoln, DM us.
No,
Give us
please
your
don't.
give
No,
us
no,
your
no, no.
give
We
us
don't
your
got time.
information.
I don't got time to
I
read another
have
book.
I have
Wait,
something
wait.
special for you.
Wait, no.
You'll have to
If
comment.
you're gonna message, do it on Twitter because there's a limit.
Yeah.
Please just tweet us. What is this? Is your Eagles hoodie?
Yeah, I don't even know where it is, but that Eagles.
You are an Eagles fan. I do know that.
Fly Eagles.
Fly
Wait,
Eagles.
was he saying Jalen Hurts is good or Jalen Hurts is
He
bad?
liked
No,
it.
he likes. He.
I like Jalen Hurts.
I like Jalen Hurts too.
I would take Jalen as my QB this year in fantasy. I
he's
think
probably
he's going to have a stellar year.
I hope you do.
I agree. Abe Lincoln. I agree with Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, take
Okay,
him.
so
Take him for 40.
okay, so Abe, DM us. I got something
fault,
special for you, buddy.
I mean,
And
there
you know
are a
what?
lot.
Look.
Of, to be honest, to be fair, there are a lot of facts he throws. In
Like,
here.
look,
Yeah, he threw out every fact he can think. And you honestly think he's gonna hear this? He's too busy writing fucking books on other
okay.
YouTube pages.
If you hear us right now, let us know.
All the clicking's going to drown it.
I give respect for someone who takes that time to write that type of stuff in there, regardless if he's a fucking.
This is
whack
on
job.
YouTube.
Yeah,
This is on
yeah.
YouTube.
Someone with 61 subscribers, you shouldn't be shit talking the people who actually comment.
No,
on
no,
it.
they're Eagles fans. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck if they don't subscribe.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
exactly.
subscribe. They're not going to subscribe to my page. Abe Lincoln, go fuck
Hey,
yourself.
you know what?
How about
we,
that?
We need all the help we can get, so we appreciate it, Abe. Thanks for the
Thanks,
comment.
thanks,
I
thanks
agree
for
with
juicing
Abe.
up that algorithm, Abe.
Keep them coming.
I agree with Abe. I'm on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon.
And the Pitts and the Steelers fan agrees with you.
Hey, just give us a TLDR.
You're just going Pennsylvania Nation, eh?
Well, I mean, no, fuck the Eagles, but Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Yeah, I like Jalen Hurts actually. What's that?
I don't know. Just like
I liked it.
That sounds almost like that
sounded
sounds like a 4th of July song.
Oh yeah, 4th
Yeah,
of July.
4th of
Shout
July.
out to hey Steve, what are your
Shout out
thoughts?
to America.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on July 4th?
Well, it's the 4th day in July.
Yeah, but it's when they treason from England.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think we're well rid of them, to be honest.
Yeah, you're like, thank you.
treasonous.
Good riddance.
Okay, do you know?
I'm a big fan of America.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not coming off as I vacation there. I spend my money in America.
I love
I'm a
the
huge
States.
fan of America and sports, and I don't live in England anymore. So, although England did win 4-0 today against
Okay.
against against
Okay.
Oh, the
against-
Ukraine. Yeah,
against the Ukraine.
yeah,
these
we're
two
Ukrainian.
guys.
We got.
And Alex is an honorary Yuki because we went to the finals in the 2-on-2 soccer tournament when we were Team Ukraine.
Yeah, they did.
In your
And you know what? Actually, I was Team England.
You know who's not going to the semi-finals in the Euros?
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Okay.
Hey, I was England. I was actually wearing an English jersey.
Nice.
Yep.
If,
we didn't win.
They didn't win.
if
Rest in peace.
But
Phil
my
White.
thoughts on July 4th. Happy July 4th.
Yeah, happy July 4th.
Happy
Any
July
Americans
4th.
listening?
well,
just a quick question about the is it the World Cup that they're playing?
Euro.
right now? Or the
European
Euro Cup.
Championships.
So
can you explain
when-
to non-football fans or soccer fans what's the difference between the World Cup and the Euro Cup? It's just
The
European.
World Cup is the world, and the
Euro
European
is
Championships
the
is Europe.
Whoa! Slow that down for us.
So, hang on.
What?
So you're saying it's not just a convenient name? Okay.
when is the
Got it.
So, like, is Canada in the Euro Cup? No, just kidding.
Canada right even in the World Cup
No, Canada.
yet. They might be.
Actually, speaking of the States in July 4th, their soccer football program, like international football, it's getting a lot better than it used to be, right?
You know what's funny about the States is that they do the shit out of sports when they put their mind to it. They have got a lot of athletic fucking people.
Hell yeah.
And it's only a matter of time before the US men's team are, going for the World Cup.
so we have the semifinals coming up. They've
Yeah.
done the round. Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I mean,
Welcome to the
shit.
program, Alex Johnson.
Well, you were
Okay,
the one who just asked what the Euro Cup was.
See, we've gone off topic.
Also, guess what?
Topic?
I have
Topic?
no idea what's going on with the Euro Cup.
I'm going to give you some little facts.
Drop some
Okay,
football knowledge on us.
so after the group stages, which is 3 games, teams of 4.
It's like a round robin, right?
Yeah, round robin, yeah. England beat Germany in a knockout tournament for the first time in 55 years. The last time England beat Germany in a knockout tournament was the final of the 1966 World Cup, which England won, the only time they've won it. So it's the first time I've ever seen England win a tournament game against Germany.
Wow.
Knockout game.
And now
I'm
is it-
43, never seen it.
Yeah, but you got to see them win World War II.
Only in books.
Only in books. Only in movies.
Hey, but the crappy thing is these are at 12 o'clock, so I don't know. But next Sunday's the final, so
Yes.
when England beats
Oh,
Denmark, maybe
wow.
we do an overtime
Okay.
episode.
Question,
Yep.
question for you. How do you watch the game? Like, how are you going to watch it on Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So I can either book the time off, but that's burnt me in the past, booking time off to watch the game.
Yep.
So I'm probably going to watch it at work.
Just take like 2-hour shit breaks.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
It's
No,
one of
I-
those. It's one of those
basically
things.
do what
It's
I
one
want
of
at
those
work.
things. It's like when any type of like national or worldwide or global or in this case European, any type of like sporting events on. It's like the workplaces allow TVs and everything, and you can break
Fucking
for it. It's
right.
like
Yeah, when
It's
the World Cup,
encouraged.
when the World Cup was on, England made the semi-final. Oh, I've never seen England make a final. This is the third semi-final.
in the
maybe
in the
fourth.
Euro one.
Yeah, they've
Crazy.
Well, they've not won a tournament since '66.
Crazy.
I had some of the best snaps of my life watching the World Cup back in like 2007,
It would.
The World Cup wasn't on.
I was going to say it'd been like 06.
2006.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Close.
Germany, it was in Germany.
Germany. Yeah.
Yeah.
We played a lot of FIFA that year.
That was the golden generation of England, and they failed to deliver.
Yeah,
well,
we
you
did
know
play-
what?
we
We're
did play a lot of FIFA.
We're cheering for it, and I'm hoping that they're in the finals because I will definitely. We should do a
They have,
viewing
got,
party.
they have got the easiest path to the final. If they don't make the final this year, then they will never do it.
So if we're gonna say
No
this right now.
disrespect on Denmark's name, but
We
they
doing
have
a
got
little.
them.
We doing a little viewing party if they make the
Yep.
final next
Yeah.
Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
It's next Sunday.
next Sunday.
Okay,
Next-
yeah, I'm down.
Well, we're gonna have.
We'll pump the brakes. Let's
Pump
get
the
through the
brakes,
semis
yeah.
first.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm a Cowboys fan. They're in the final.
Okay, here.
And before we move on, and yes, if you're wondering if he has an England flag hanging up somewhere, it's across his balcony right now,
Oh yeah, it is. I saw it when I drove
showing
up.
the world that he is an English twat.
I was
Not a twat, but
I was not expecting that ending.
First of all, it's twat, not twat. There's an A in there.
Sorry, Canadian.
True.
Yes, I know.
Twat, yeah.
Secondly, I want to apologise to people of Canada for flying my England flag on Canada Day when it was full of Canadian flags. I wasn't doing it to be a dick. It's because we were still in the Euros. That's why it's there.
I think it's funnier.
I think
it's funnier.
I was thinking the same thing because I was out in Vancouver and I saw someone drive by with Italy flags. I'm like, huh, a little
Weird.
little cocky.
Little-
But then
fuck you.
Fuck you.
I was like,
fuck you.
I was like-
Insensitive.
just weird, like, I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I'm in Little Italy. I have no idea where I am right now. But that was then it.
Hey, what you doing? Yeah.
And it's not like a Canadian would say, hey, they'd go, ooh.
Oh wow. Well, I like your flag.
Beautiful colors, beautiful colored flag.
So what do we got going on? What are we even at right now?
Just
So is this
I,
the start?
I liked that veer off though. That
Is
was
this the
good.
start of the episode?
You know what? That's what happens when we don't read an article. We will
Yeah.
quickly go off road.
to just anything?
It doesn't matter. Go Dak, baby.
Yeah,
Um,
fucking right. It's number
but
4.
I just wanted to bring up that the Cowboys got fined for violating for OTA violations. They got fined $50K. Doesn't say what for.
Well, we could
But-
kind of guess
But this type of thing,
Not wearing masks.
and
something like that, probably. Yeah.
yeah, like they actually forfeit for next season some practices.
Yeah.
So is this someone from the team like ratting them out, or is this like they have personnel there who watch?
The
for
NFL is
this?
so fucking locked down with like officials and people watching everything. There was probably someone that works for the NFL at those OTAs, right?
Yeah, they have jackets on that say Fun Police.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Tony Pollard's not calling up the NFL commissioner to be
Hey,
like,
yo, it's not Roger. Is it
Equals-
Roger Goodell? Yeah. Roger Goodell. They ain't wearing their shit. Find these bitches. It's like you play for them, dude.
you know who it is. It's TP. Click.
This guy's got his daughter's name on his cleats.
Yeah.
right?
Find him.
I hate that
What a
shit.
bitch.
I
They're
hate
wearing
that shit.
black socks. Repeat.
Right?
Black socks.
He has like hashtag fight for cancer. Fine him. Get fucked.
Here's the thing about that, if I may, and this actually will segue nicely. I agree, it's stupid, and some of these rules are archaic and dinosaurish. But there is a reason they do it, because they have to have it literally written in the. They have to have a line drawn in the sand. Otherwise, people will do it. Like we saw that with touchdown celebrations, which I love. But the NFL was like, we just can't have people pulling deers. We can't have Chad Ochocinco pulling a deer onto the field. Doing like it's fun to watch, but I guess for whatever
it's
reason,
kind of like, did you guys ever see
Wait, did he do Tom Green and climb inside the fucking thing?
Oh no! I don't know if it was an actual deer. I might be remembering this, but anyways, he did like there's 1 year where celebrations were like
we're over the top.
people were trying to outdo each other, and then
I love the celebrations now.
me too. I love.
But I
it,
get
yeah.
what you're saying. If there isn't rules in place, they'll get a little cray-cray.
Even though that then there are circumstances where it's
Yeah.
like, why would you not block it? And I'm sure the NFL's like, yeah, we don't want to block that, but
Right.
it's a rule they have to follow. Anyways, moving on from that to this. This. I can't say the name, but
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yep.
Sha'Carri Richardson, a track sensation, tests positive for marijuana, suspended from the Tokyo Olympics.
Can I jump in this real quick? I think that's fucked up.
Can I
Personally.
jump in? Marijuana is not a performance
Yeah, right.
enhancing drug.
It's
I can speak from experience.
but isn't it?
I am not running 100 meters.
No.
If anything, she should get a bonus.
yes,
Like she should
I
get a plus,
know,
like as a
right?
handicap, right?
I
Yeah.
would say what marijuana would do for any person is just help them relax
Recover.
and recover, perhaps. However, this okay,
Not me. Have you seen me smoke weed?
yeah, I guess if
Just like staring off into
Yeah, but-
space.
just like sitting there with like chocolate and popcorn all
I'd just
over
like
your
I'd
shirt.
phone my wife and apologize for being a bad husband for getting drugged up, which
no,
I
so-
did last
which-
week when I went on a work trip to Calgary.
Hey, which is completely legal. Completely legal in
Well,
Canada.
okay,
Yes.
so that's the biggest thing. If this happens, then anybody who has a trace of alcohol in their system
That's
should
my
have the same
argument.
thing.
That's my
No,
argument.
because
Why?
the difference here, and I'm not agreeing with them.
No, I know you're not.
Again,
You're stoned right now.
I'm stoned. I come in here half cocked every time.
Okay, we're about to fine Alex for coming and having a. No wonder
doing-
you're so good on this podcast. You're using weed to
Relax.
performance enhance you.
I've been performing enhancing on this podcast since
Day one.
episode 1.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say who I get it from.
The
The
government.
government.
The
The
government.
government is legal. bro.
They're pushing it. No, but it's like obviously a very stupid rule, but it's for me. If I was her like partner in this, I don't know why she has a partner in the solo running, but I'd be like, you can't not smoke fucking weed before the biggest thing.
But did
of
you
your
hear
life.
why? Did you hear why?
No,
I think her mom passed away, so she was coping.
I mean,
Self-
absolutely.
Okay,
So-
she was in the crowd hugging her grandma when she got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the other
She
question
tasted
too.
the devil's lettuce a little bit, which I don't think there's anything wrong with.
I
Okay,
don't
but-
think there's anything wrong with it, but it's like, okay, they are going to care and not let you run if you get.
So if you knew,
Caught.
so if you knew it was a rule, you knew if you tested positive for marijuana, you knew if you tested positive you'd be eliminated or kicked out of the Olympics. You probably shouldn't do it. Is what you're saying.
Exactly. I'm saying
I mean, that's a fair point, but.
But the
mean,
argument
I don't
is-
agree
but
with
it's
it.
a stupid rule to begin with.
absolutely.
the
Yeah.
argument
yes, totally
is-
stupid. But
Yeah.
like, what can you do? The
Yeah,
rules
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They're
Now-
not going to remove it.
Okay, so now
Maybe they do
Okay.
though after this.
Maybe they do.
needed
They
something
should,
like this.
yes.
Okay, so now
Absolutely.
is Sha'Carri. Two things here that I want to say really quick. One,
Fucking cool. She looks
if
cool.
you had
like a
so-
super-
if
like
you
a
if you
Super
had
Saiyan.
if you had some sort of medical
exempt.
yeah, do you get exempt for some sort of medical reason? Side
Probably
note.
if you had it.
Two,
No, they'll just give you Oxy instead.
yeah. We don't make any actual money off of this type of drug, so
Here, take
as
this.
big pharma, we're gonna cut that off. So my real question is, how was she gonna fare in the Olympics? Because here's my thought, conspiracy theory.
I love it. Tinfoil hat time. I love it.
Do you think that this is gonna work out better in her favor because she's been kicked out?
Nope.
No.
Just reading that, Richardson, 21, won the women's 100-meter race at the U.S. Track and Field Trials in Oregon last month. So she's their best American runner. So she was their best chance of winning a gold.
I mean, it makes no sense.
It's stupid. I think it's stupid.
Hands down, makes no sense that she's banned. But two, like you're right though. At the end of the day, if you knew the rules, why would you think that you would supersede them?
Yeah, and that's like not a fair thing. I'm not trying to get. I didn't know of her personal business, and I
Yeah, well,
spoke-
maybe you should be a little bit more sensitive on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. In no way, shape, or form does the
Besides-
Cowboys Can Fan podcast endorse bandwagon boy number 2's insensitive
And here's another hot
comments.
Here's another hot take. I fucking hate 100-meter runners. I'm a 200-meter runner enthusiast. I've always been a 200-meter runner enthusiast, and I don't give a damn about these 100-meter.
Wait.
Children.
When fucking what's his nuts in the States raced
Oh,
Donovan
Yeah,
Bailey
yeah.
versus
Donovan Bailey versus fucking
Michael Johnson.
Oh, well, he ran 200 meters in a better average time than 100. Yeah, because he was already running.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to start. He was already moving, you fucking monkey.
well, Andy was juiced up, wasn't he?
He was.
Well, he pulled up in just
juicy.
you know what's funny about this is I didn't live in Canada.
Allegedly.
I didn't live in Canada when this happened. But
hang on,
when I
hang on.
moved here, my future father-in-law loved to mention it.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
Dude, that was a huge event in Canada. I remember
Yeah.
us watching ad. Do you remember? I
Oh,
think
yeah,
we
in
watched
school.
it.
I
In
mean,
school.
since I've lived here many times, I've seen the TSN thing. And I literally watched it the other day, which is why it was in my brain.
Play
And
it
the
one more
fact-
time.
The fact that he pulled up is just like the ultimate, like, you dick.
And any Americans listening to us, the only reason we're taking so much pride because we never beat you guys in any Olympics that isn't
And
hockey.
he was mouthing off, like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
And he totally.
In fact, in his defense, I don't think it was him that said he was faster. I think it was one of the sportscasters that did it, which caused
it
the
just
whole
blew
thing.
up?
Yeah.
yeah, well,
One of the greatest controversial Olympics.
And you know what? It
wins.
brought we're still talking about it, so maybe they need to.
Brought it-
Maybe they need a Jake Paul or a Logan Paul pumping up Olympic athletes.
for sure.
They've done it with boxing. Maybe they'll just start sprinting each other.
Well,
Who can do the biggest shot put?
celebrities challenge each other to 100 meters.
That'd be
Smoke a
hilarious.
joint and then run 100 meters.
we're at the 1 hour mark, and I just want to say
We're at the
that
1 hour mark?
I just want to say this: I was
Holy
not the
fuck.
person who brought up Jake Paul,
Oh,
but now that
yeah.
you brought up Jake Paul, a quick TMZ,
That's because you had
Adam
his cock in your mouth.
TMZ.
totally in my mouth. A big thing, just talking about Jake Paul and the whole fighter pay thing. He, one of the UFC fighters who is in camp right now, this girl, and I'm not sure what, I forget her name because I wasn't expecting it.
This is out of left field.
But he posted there's like a GoFundMe account. She can't even afford to train right now, and she's going into like some sort of title match.
Crazy.
So he posted all over that he's going to help support her and fund her GoFundMe, post on her social channels to help support her. But it's one of those things that as much shit that Jake Paul gets, his whole big thing is that Dana White and the UFC doesn't pay their fighters, and fighter pay needs to be a little bit better, as well as all these fighters need to start to promote themselves a lot more. We covered it in a couple podcasts ago.
what are your thoughts on that?
Who's the one that fought Mayweather? Is that Logan Paul?
Logan Paul.
Okay.
So Jake Paul, did you see that interaction between him and KSI in the last couple of days?
Nope.
You should pull it up because it's quite funny.
What is that? Sorry.
Oh, Jake Paul and KSI, because KSI came out and said that he was going to give royalties from some music thing that he was doing.
What is KSI?
KSI is a British YouTuber that beat Logan Paul in a boxing match.
Yeah, he's the Logan and Jake Paul. There's Deji and KSI.
Yeah.
They're two England.
They're like the
English.
anti.
Yeah, they're the
Pauls?
English. They're the English Pauls.
Gotcha.
So anyway, Jake Paul kind of agreed with him, and KSI just replied on Twitter, and I'm going to say a word I don't know if we can say on your podcast.
Fucking
I've said it before.
Or cunt?
He went, "Shut up, you cunt."
Yeah, you can say
And
cunt.
I just thought it was fairly funny.
You can drop the C-bomb.
Nice.
We have we have the warning. So
Warning: the podcast you're about to listen to has
Says cunt.
explicit lyrics. Okay, so that was you haven't found that. Doesn't matter. I don't know. What was the fighter's name that he was trying to support?
Okay, so Sarah Alper. Now, the only thing I have to say is, for sure, I kind of lean to Dana White on this one, although I love. Hang on. And I'm gonna.
Someone wants those
hopefully we'll make
backstage
an
passes
argument
from UFC.
for 50% of it here. For sure, some of those fighters are just not. I don't know. They're not good at negotiating. They have shitty fucking publicity. Like they never took advantage of publicizing themselves on social media, and that is why the Pauls have been able to do what they've done. This chick, Sarah Alper, is a 9 to 5. She's not bringing anyone.
She's working 9 to 5.
Yeah,
in
she's
that
literally
octagon.
nothing. She would kick my ass.
What a way to make a living.
I'm not talking negative about Too Sweet Sarah Alper, okay? But she fucking does not sell tickets, and so
Right, exactly.
Sometimes these fighters, God bless them all, they need to look at the opportunity of being like, okay, I'm sorry, unless you're going to produce highlights that don't warrant you needing to say it to be a personality, then you need to be a fucking personality.
Well, first of all, she's a woman, which is more difficult straight away.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
for UFC,
yeah,
100%.
yes.
For UFC, more difficult straight away. And then, you've got to be an absolute fucking bellend like Conor McGregor.
Yeah, right.
To make money.
Hey, are we watching that next week? By the way?
Yeah, let's do it.
And I do love.
I won't be here.
I
but
do
yes,
love
let's
like
do it.
MMA is. I do love MMA, but it's not surprising that like the biggest money makers for MMA and boxing have been people who knew how to
Sell themselves.
Sell
Yeah,
themselves.
Yeah. And they're not even assholes in real life, but they're playing a part, right? Because they're selling tickets.
They're
What
WWE.
what did
themselves a little
wrestling
bit.
exactly? What did wrestling do for years? It's like I remember.
Okay,
hang on. I remember hearing about The Rock who flipped. He flipped one of his what are they when they're talking like when they're doing a promo
Monologue?
Yeah, like he flipped it from heel to
Babyface.
or vice versa in the moment because of the reaction of how people were reacting to whatever was happening. So
Yeah.
it's being smart enough to know when to be the heel, when to be the bad guy, and when to be the good guy, right?
Hands down, the two things out of this is one, it helps Jake Paul's narrative of just marketing what he's trying to do, and he's like he has a thing against Dana White. Two, I agree with you. When you control all of the cards and you have a wide list of people who are ready to come up and take the next at bat, you can do whatever you want. Like Dana White can typically do whatever he wants. He's worth $500 million, and he has every fighter in the world who would kill to be on that roster, even for no pay. So until that shift happens, and I think the only thing that I agree with the Paul brothers on, not the only thing, but the thing that I agree with them most on is that
you love them.
Yeah,
Adam Paul?
because I will ski pole. I will ski pole
Adam
them.
says the things the things that I agree with my brothers about.
The things that I agree with my real brothers about, the Paul. The things that I agree with my real brothers, Logan and Jake, about is that these fighters are in a time where they should be able to step in, control their own narrative, and build their own fan base, and then be able to demand a certain type of payday.
Nobody's stopping this chick from going on TikTok, on
Exactly, but
Instagram, on YouTube.
exactly,
fucking
exactly.
go do it. Stop fucking crying and go fucking do it.
Okay.
2 guys that aren't even in fucking MMA are doing it because they have a social media following.
That
Go
exa-
get your fucking social media following.
Well, on the flip side, like
And
she's
win fights.
but she's concentrating on other stuff. If you're ready to stand in there and get your fucking face pounded, you should be getting paid.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah, and there
I
is
mean, I
that.
want paid, and I'm not doing either of those things.
there,
Give me some money.
Yeah, fuck, give me
I
money.
think
Give it.
it's a lot of it is just supply and demand, and if you have 100 people lining up, the price of pay is going to go down when people are willing
that's
to.
No
accept
one's
that, right?
buying that pay-per-view to watch Sarah Albert
yeah.
to fight.
But here's the big difference as well, and it's a very unique scenario. But you look at Conor McGregor's meteoric rise. He went from whatever, probably a couple grand to 100 million in whatever 5 years. So
Playing the
that-
villain.
Well, that tight, like, it goes to show you that if you do have a special set of skills, you can really make it. Although there's a lot of people.
He can back it up.
You have to back it
You
up.
gotta be able to back it
He
up.
also played it.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
have to back it up.
And fair play. Like
Yeah, definitely.
If Conor McGregor was a nice gentleman, was great, didn't run his mouth, he would have made a quarter of what he's made in the
100%.
last 10 years.
I agree 100%.
So, okay, so to wrap it up, what do we got here?
Okay, so we got some. We're gonna do some.
We're probably only gonna be able
mean-
to do one more here. Are we gonna be able? Do we even have a what would
We
Jerry
do. We do have a
or-
what would Jerry do. We're gonna do. We can do 2 quick ones.
'Kay.
Two quick ones, and then a what would
I mean,
Jerry do.
look, honestly, for the Adam TMZ segment, we filtered it in. The whole thing that we were talking about, the big news, is Cosby getting out after raping 60 some odd chicks. It's overturned.
drugging and raping.
He's a
Don't
free
forget
man after Pennsylvania Supreme Court.
that. Was it Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
So we kind of know
thanks,
who
Pittsburgh.
Overturned sex assault conviction, and it was a technical thing. So it's not like, oh,
Okay.
hey, you didn't do this.
And they've already brought that up.
No, it is a technical thing. He already paid out on the actual initial claim that she had against it, and he pled guilty against that. It's a civil suit.
Right,
And
right.
the thing was that if we pay you out, this can't go to criminal court. And apparently it was, I don't know, filed wrong or something. It turns out it can go to criminal court, but that's what they've overturned.
So
he's 150% guilty.
And he's probably gonna go back to jail.
But because of what they paid out at the start or something, he shouldn't have been able to go to court, and that's why. And he shouldn't have been sent to prison because it was originally.
So he's just kicking the can down the road a little bit.
yeah.
like
he's
free for a little bit.
150% guilty, and now it's a technicality that he's getting out of it because he threw money at it.
But he's still gonna go back. Yeah, yeah. His rapey ass is gonna go back to jail where he's the ass.
Now, a question: do you think?
Well, I hope we get another comedy album. That's all I
It was
hope.
3 years.
What? Yeah,
He was
Holy
in there for
shit.
3. Yeah.
Time flies. eh?
No, here-
Time
what do you-
flies when you're
what-
incarcerated.
His
Holy
sentence.
fuck.
His sentence was 3.
Oh, it doesn't. I know.
His sentence was 3 to 10. His original sentence was 3 to 10 years. I think he pretty much almost served that 3.
The minimum.
The minimum. So, I mean, not to say that he's out now.
What
but
kind of inmate do you think he was?
I was just gonna ask.
Do you
I
think
was
he was
just-
like
model
a red Morgan Freeman inmate, or do you think he was?
No.
No,
He-
he's not.
he's
you
like-
can't even put him in the same fucking
he
category
was-
as Red.
He was a from what I heard about him, he was like
from all your favorite sources.
from comedians.
Oh, from all your comedian.
From all my comedian my very close comedian sources, he was like a shitty fucking like he would
Wait a second.
critiquing everyone,
Wait a
critiquing
second.
people for
Really?
like he was like
In prison or in real life?
in real life. He
You're
was
telling
just
me-
like,
Oh no, I'm
We're
saying
talking-
what kind of inmate
We're
was
talking
it?
about IRL. We're talking about inmate.
You're telling me this drug-inducing raping person was not a good person? Like he was not nice to
apparently
other people?
he was not a nice guy.
Who would have
But
fucking
yeah,
thought
I'm
it?
interested to see what kind of inmate he was.
Yeah, exactly. I want to know.
Like, was he putting on shows? Bottom. He was bottom.
Well, would you want to stay
There's no. Well, I was gonna say there's no Quaaludes inside, but maybe there is. Like,
I think guys like Cosby, like famous, have a big.
It's like the scene. It's the scene from Goodfellas. They're in like their own fucking
yeah, he's
suite.
got big pieces of salami being pulled out.
Salami.
and
He's
shit.
slicing and dicing
I
stuff.
don't necessarily think he probably has a better commissary. Like he'll probably have better shit that you can get more bags of chips. But I bet you he's just by himself.
I'll tell you one thing. He ain't fucking blind in there. He's only blind when he's in court.
Yeah.
Like fucking what's his name, Weinstein.
Yeah,
He's
fuck
in
yeah.
a
Fuck
fucking
both
walker
those
with
guys.
tennis balls on it.
Do you
Oh,
think?
yeah.
Do you think him and Weinstein are cellmates?
I don't know. They're both shitty people in hell. Maybe.
Yeah.
yeah,
They'll
And
be
they-
bunked up in hell together.
and they're cursed to try to fuck each other.
Yeah,
till
all
the end of
day.
times. Another Adam TMZ.
Yeah, hit me. Boom, 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 boom.
NCAA allows.
Yeah, this was a big
athletes-
news. We got like no time to talk about it. I mean, guess what?
It's
we have
our
all the time
We
we
make
have.
our time.
Guess what? Fuck you, Abe Lincoln. You should have stopped listening a while ago.
Shit, Abe Lincoln, you still on? You still
can't-
listening to
You
this
can't say
shit?
fuck you to Abe Lincoln the day before July 4th.
That's
bro.
true. Not the
Why
Abe
not?
Lincoln.
He's dead.
It's not the Abe Lincoln.
No, YouTube Abe. Fuck YouTube Abe
it's
Lincoln.
Actually,
Abe
let's
Lincoln.
just also comment how fucking dope is he for securing the name Abe Lincoln?
Yeah.
Oh,
He must
absolutely.
have
We never
been on
talked
there.
about that.
I mean,
An
it's
early
not like
adopter.
YouTube was around in the early, 20th, 19th century or whatever.
But
Like,
still, to get-
he's had a lot of time to get it.
But you
Yeah,
had to
to
be the
get
first
the name?
person to get Abe Lincoln. It's
I mean,
like on
okay.
How many people wanted it though?
anyone with a beard.
Anyone with a top hat that looks made
I mean,
out of
anybody-
cardboard?
anybody-
like a ridiculously tall top hat.
Anybody who's going to be writing fucking novelizations like that definitely deserves the name Abe Lincoln for it. So
Maybe
Hey,
it's Abe Lincoln.
Thanks. We appreciate.
Honest Abe.
Okay, hit us up.
Honest Abe. Vampire
Honest
Hunter.
Abe. So the NCAA.
yeah, so this is we don't know exactly where this is going to go. I think we started talking about the NCAA changing over the rules that athletes can actually take endorsement deals because we saw Portnoy and Barstool basically being the first area to sign athletes. And now if you look at their Instagram, they fucking have pages and pages of athletes that they're just signing up. And obviously they're just trying to land grab as many of these athletes as possible. There's no details on the types of deals that they're going to give them. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of monetary, big monetary value for them. So it's great for these NCAA athletes who are actually going to be able to get some bread finally. But for the longest time, it's been this ridiculous thing that you can't sign any type of endorsement deal or make any type of money off of your likeness.
Yeah, it was almost illegal for college athletes
Yeah.
to get
Well,
any
yeah.
type of money, which
And
is
people are
bullshit.
The movie-
money.
Making bank. Colleges, universities, main universities are
who
making
is it?
bank.
I don't remember his name now, but there was a NCAA player, high school player,
Shaquille
college player.
O'Neal and blue chips with
No, but he went to court maybe or brought a case because EA Sports made the NCAA basketball game with his likeness.
Yeah.
and got nothing. Like,
Yeah,
come
got
on,
nothing.
guys.
That's fucked up, man.
So
Yeah.
this is. I remember having an argument with a dude in the kitchen of my friend's place because he played NCAA basketball in like the 1970s or 80s, and he was like,
First off, hang on, stop. Does anybody else find it weird that you were talking to a dude in your kitchen that is like from the 70s?
yeah, he was quite a bit older than me, and this is what I don't know how we got on it, but I was talking.
Every
I was
party's
like,
got an older guy who stays in the kitchen.
yeah, exactly, and I was like, dude. Like, I don't even know how we got onto it, but I was obviously making the argument, like, if a person is able to sell their name and someone wants to buy it, like, why does the NCAA get in the way? And his argument, of course, was they're getting a scholar. It's like, okay, and so how does any of that
Matter.
Like, why does any of that matter? It has absolutely nothing to do with them just having a good personality or a nice butt like this girl right here. If I can go back and
Objectify?
Lauren Burke. And I will objectify, but what do you think this picture's showing off? I mean, obviously, are double zeros.
It's showing
but
off
also
her last name Burke that you can barely read from the
I
sample.
know, that's what I'm saying. Like, and you know what? She knows it too, and that's why she's signed to Barstool
She's baseball.
Athletics.
The first one to sign up for it was the.
Here we go. This
was
is
the volleyball player. So go all the way down.
You have to piss really bad.
Oh, really bad.
We're
Okay,
at one.
Okay, we're gonna have to wrap here. Do you got 2 minutes?
Okay.
You gonna make
Anyways,
2 minutes?
I mean, it's been 20.
Next time you can just say.
But I'm trying to be professional.
Yeah,
and then you kept talking.
We just pause it usually. We've done it with
Here-
with age.
Age.
was
With
like, I
brother
gotta
Adrian,
piss.
with brother Adrian,
Adrian's like,
we
I gotta
had to
pee,
take
so
a
we
piss break.
Classic age.
We can do our last. Did you have any last words on that? Or
I
is
was
that-
like that last.
No,
I'll
I
go
mean,
for it.
look,
I'll
it-
go and splash my shoes.
Okay, so
Although I didn't wear any.
last minute Barstool Athletics and the NCAA definitely. Well, he's asking what the last thing is.
First of all, he said he wasn't doing a TMZ bit, and second of all, he won't fucking shut up.
Hey, listen,
Adam, my back teeth are fucking floating.
listen. This is my brother's fucking show, so that makes me allowed to talk as much as I want. And you're just perpetuating time. Right now, guess what? If you want to go pee, go pee.
Pause it.
Haven't spoken 2 minutes.
Pause. Do we pause?
No, go. We're no, not at all.
Well,
Okay.
if you want, you can go. Adam can finish his point.
Yeah, Ad will
Oh, yeah,
finish.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
back.
yeah,
We'll do a what would
'cause I'm
Jerry's
not missing
do.
anything.
Now, let me go a wide angle to show.
Now Steve
that-
talking about pissing. I know I have to like.
Yeah,
shit.
let me just show this fucking wimp
Just
going
cut-
for a
yeah.
pee. Look at him getting around that camera.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
For those of you who are not,
Hey,
watching
crack
us,
him if you got him.
crack him if
Crack
you got
him.
us in his back half.
Okay, Adam. Let's go back to the top of this. Let's get a nice clean take.
The only thing I was going to say about the NCAA ruling is that it's long fucking overdue, and then we would have moved on.
Agreed.
No, and I think we can spend just a little bit more time on it because to me this is an important thing.
It's huge, and you know what?
huge.
It's gonna actually before these guys even get into the NFL or the NBA or whatever their prospective sport is, they're already gonna have a brand, which they usually don't have.
Absolutely.
they're not allowed to,
And
or they weren't.
And
allowed
think
to.
about this. So, how many college athletes do very well in college but never make it to the NFL?
Lots.
Probably over 90%.
A lot, because
right?
or so even like you said, there's lots of guys that will be
or
awesome.
not the NFL, but any
Any sport,
professional.
so they'll be great college athletes. Like, why not be able to make a couple 100,000 or $1 million or $2 million while you're
Exactly.
in college to set you up so that if you aren't a professional athlete, now you got this foundation. And my biggest argument with these fucks, not the athletes, the colleges and stuff, is they make so much fucking money off of college sports. Like, college football in the States is almost bigger than the NFL.
Well, I think they were looking. I think half of it was that they wanted to try to see if they could get their hands on some of that dough too.
Yeah.
But also,
Too.
what this you see in basketball. Now, I watch YouTube a lot, as you might
we know.
get if you listen to this show, and I've been recently getting into these street ball guys. Ball is Life is one of them, and there's a few other ones. But these guys are like,
one street balling.
And one baby.
and these guys are like really high quality basketball players, but obviously just below that skill level of probably becoming professional. So, but they still are able to make a career, and a lot of that has to start when you're younger, when you're amongst kids your age. Like, it's if me and Adam went out and tried to start doing a lacrosse. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't, or like we're too old now for us to really hit with the generations.
Sue yourself.
There is a bit of a time
Restraint.
right? So, anyways,
Well, I mean, look. At the end of the day, these athletes who are in college, if this is
Are
going to
having the time of their lives.
yeah, if they're allowed to now make money, I think one of the biggest things that college should teach these athletes is how to responsibly manage your fucking brand.
Totally right.
And
Got to do taxes.
sorry,
Yeah,
I
right.
had-
say it one more
I had
time.
you off,
Oh,
sorry,
you had
Steve.
you off.
Oh,
He cut you
I
because you're.
fucking go for a piss. No,
Yeah, you're out. Guess what?
You're next.
Guess what? And
I'm
you're
good.
out.
I'm going for another 2 hours now. Let's go. What are we talking about?
I was just gonna say they should teach these people on how to manage their own personal brand and responsibilities with their money and finances, which they won't. But I think it's great for some of these athletes to do exactly what.
Especially players in NCAA programs and people on scholarships that are going to make the big leagues,
Right.
That should definitely be something that they teach.
Not talked about
Maybe
when
they
you
do,
become
but,
no, they don't.
I mean, look at some of the players that have possibly not been able to make it through their college career because they just didn't have the finances to go to school or to pay for certain things,
So
and they can't
that's-
take any endorsement deals. Like that's the biggest. That's
that's
the
true.
thing that they're going to look at. That some of these players who probably had a fucking was it? I'm trying to
Let's
think.
not be naive. Any star fucking player that was in college, any big college program, was not fucking hurting. Let's not be naive.
I don't agree with you.
You don't have to. Like, don't tell me that these guys that are all stars.
But then
They were
on the flip side, you read these stories about the player that got fucking cut because his coach took him to dinner. And bought him dinner one time.
they'll look
Like,
at weird shit
Crazy.
like that. But these guys are getting the shitty thing about it, and the good thing about this now is it won't be illegal. But before they were still getting money, but now they were still getting taken
That's right.
advantage of. It shouldn't have been an illegal thing.
The whole spoiler alert. And this is for the Mighty Ducks TV show on Disney Plus. Spoiler alert.
Won't be
The
watching
whole the whole preface for the whole preface for
I'm in the same room. I can still hear you.
yeah, the whole preface for Coach Gordon Bombay not being a coach when the series starts is because he gave his star player who couldn't afford hockey tape or something like skate sharpening, and he gave it to him. So then they banned him from coaching NCAA or some sort of.
So now we have a new Gordon Bombay.
It's the mom of one of the players, but anyways,
Get the fuck out.
I just
Geraldine Bombay.
at the end of the day, it's fucking a ridiculous fact that these kids who, I mean, as much as you might say that, I think that it's still not possible for some of these players to get through. And how many players didn't make it
If
through?
somebody's making money, they should be able to make
We
money.
beat this
Yeah.
horse dead.
Yes.
We're all fucking on the.
Whoa! Don't start bringing animal cruelty into this
No, we did, though.
conversation.
I'm actually
We all
on the
agree-
side of the universities. I mean, these guys.
How are they going to pay for all these scholarships?
All the free scholarships that they're
the,
giving
the
out to these
universities
players.
that are closing because of COVID, because
Yeah.
they can't have the football fucking program,
Right.
And now they're missing out on millions a
doubt.
year.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, what are we closing out with? What would Jerry do?
Okay, sit down, you stupid motherfuckers.
They were both so unimpressed by that.
No, I was waiting.
in sync.
I was waiting for it.
Okay, so this one's fun, and I'm actually
Good, because the
man.
last few have not been
The
fun.
alien one was good.
The alien one was good. I'm curveballing it. I
Okay, hit
had
us.
another one picked. We're gonna save that for next week.
Hit us.
Oh, you're going for it.
Hit us.
So, hey, it's this is the scenario. Okay, it's July 4th.
Tomorrow.
Jerry Jones is having a barbecue at his place.
Love
Lots
it.
of people. Okay, celebrities,
Naturally.
everyone. Of course, he's got an elevator in his house.
Yeah, obviously.
And everyone's taking, going up from the ground floor up to his 4th floor rooftop patio dance barbecue. Zeke Elliott's there DJing. Michael Parsons is flipping burgers, and of course Dak's just socializing, right? We got our wide receiver trio in the corner.
Is Dak the guy who goes and every time he goes to the cooler, who wants a beer? You want a
Oh
beer?
yeah.
But he just throws them.
Oh, he's
JJ?
just and he's
Double
throwing
J?
heat, and he's throwing heat too.
It's just beer cans lying everywhere.
Yeah, and he's
Who's gonna catch it? Guess who's got the
Easy
firearm?
Roethlisberger. Hey, how did we get through a segment of rape without talking about Big Ben?
22, not 7.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, sorry AJ for derailing that.
That's all right. So Jerry's down there. He's helping everyone up, and he's the last one to go up the elevator.
4th of July.
He's supposed to be going up with one of his helpers, but they have to run back to grab some hors d'oeuvres. So Jerry gets on the elevator. He's by himself. Never would typically be left alone. But
But it's his-
Because he can't be trusted.
can't be
He can't be
trusted.
heard. And it's his own property. He's not thinking straight.
he's
He's,
not
kind
thinking
of
straight.
drunk. He's had some stuff.
He's had some seltzers. He's feeling good. He's in his
loves his
head-to-toe Cowboys gear, and in there is the pregnant wife of a friend of a friend of a friend. It's Jerry, the pregnant wife. Elevator starts going up. Boom. It's too hot. The heat is on. Elevator stops. Electricity goes off. Now the female kicks herself into labor. So Jerry Jones is in the elevator with the pregnant female going into labor. What would Jerry do?
Well, he would
Steve's
do.
going.
He would. Sorry.
No, I'm glad you
jump
jump off.
into
Jump
it.
off.
He
First
would do what any happy, expectant dad would do, because you know for sure
He put it in there.
Yes.
You think it's
Yes, he
it's
did.
Jerry's baby in the oven?
There's a female at his house party. He's the dad.
That's my kid.
Why else would she be invited?
Jerry
know.
Jones. So he's he's delivering.
He would play the happy dad and deliver it, and then she's gone. Basement, press the basement, throw the kid off on the 4th floor to one of his helpers, and she's in the basement. She's gone.
Yeah.
She ain't getting shit.
That is cryptic.
Very cryptic.
I like it though.
That's happened.
Oh yeah,
Probably multiple
Facts.
times.
Facts.
Absolutely.
You read this on a Reddit
What do you
statement,
feel?
haven't you?
I honestly don't even know. I don't even know how I follow that. If you guys have something, go.
Okay,
for
I got
it.
one.
I'm
Okay,
kinda
so
stuck here.
2 questions. Cell service in the elevators, because usually
No.
elevators there's no cell service.
no cell service.
No.
So we can't YouTube how to deliver a
Jerry
baby.
also is in a place where he has his own tower, and the power
His
went
own
out, so
Wi-Fi.
that's gone.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
so the elevator's stuck.
Elevator stuck. It's
So-
going to come back on, but now it's just him, and she's going into labor. Like she's in.
You know what? Here's the thing. As much shit that we give Double J, I think
Jer Bear?
I think Jer Bear would at first step back. He would step into the corner, and then he'd look down and he'd have some sort of flashback of like growing up on the farm and having to deliver some sort of fucking calf, and then he would.
Some sort of fucking
His hands in there.
Oh yeah, he gets. Yeah.
some flashback. He's just like feeling it.
He does the scene from White Man Can't Jump, and he does what Woody Harrelson does, turns his Cowboys hat backwards.
Yep.
Rolls his fucking sleeves up, and he gets down and he fucking delivers that baby like no fucking problem.
Like a calf.
I'm going.
calf.
I'm going left. I'm gonna go left field on this one because we have 2 nice ones. Two.
Really? We do? We have to.
Well, sorry, two deliveries. 2 deliveries. I think Jerry loses it. Ah! Get away from me! Get away from me! What's happening to you?
The placenta hit me.
Oil,
Something's happening.
Oil.
And he freaks out, and maybe it ends up with a basement situation
He's
as
out,
well.
he's out of the roof hatch in the elevator, cuts the cable and carries the other one up.
Goes up, and then he lands on the 4th floor, dusts himself, and catches a brew from
Dak.
From Dak and cracks her.
Yeah. What kind of brew do you think
Cowboys
it was?
20.
Miller Light, guaranteed.
Miller Light.
That
was a Miller Lite.
I like that one.
I honestly,
I like that
after
one.
listening to those 3, I have fucking nothing to say. I'm actually speechless, which doesn't happen. Steve Daly, you England loving fuck. I hope your team gets to the finals, man.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Bandwagon
Me too.
boys, because you know what? We need another team to jump on next Sunday. And Bandwagon boys, love you guys. Love having the episode. Tuesdays, check it out for Anthpest. We out. Big Hut, let's go.